today we're going to be making a really simple pasta dish. Now, what you're going to need is 2 salmon fillets, cooked and just covered in a little bit of herbs, 1 leek finely chopped, 1 onion finely chopped, 1 lemon zested and juiced, about 40 grams of Parmesan cheese, 2 minced garlics, cloves and thyme, about 10 grams of thyme, I would say. Okay, so I've already got my water on the boil for the pasta. Oh, and you need also 200 grams of pasta, as it's a pasta dish. That might make sense. Okay, I always put a little bit of salt into the water. This gives your pasta, it's not what people say about it boils quicker or anything like that. No, it doesn't boil quicker. What it does is it actually enhances the flavour of your water, so it goes into the pasta. So that's what you're looking for. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit of our olive oil. I've got rapeseed oil because it's 50% less fats. Pop that in. Now, this is going to be the basis of your sauce. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that in. It's pretty fast, really. So what we're going to do is we're going to start putting in the pasta. And let it fall wherever way it goes, because it makes it actually easier to go into the pan than it does if you put it straight. So I'll show you again if it's going to bundle all up. Bundle up and let it fall. Wherever it goes, that's where it goes. Okay, so I'm going to pop that in here. Okay, so we are going to put our leeks. Always put in the thing that's going to take the most amount of time. So leeks and onions generally take the longest time. But what I would say is if they're diced, then just be a bit more careful about how you're doing it, because and what your heat is on as well. We're going on a medium heat because it will fry it off, but it will get it done a little bit quicker. Now I'm using a paella dish because this is what I do for my risottos, my other pasta dishes as well, and it's bigger as well, so when you're doing it, it can fit all the pasta into it as well, so that's quite nice. Okay, so need that to fry for a little bit, and I'm going to put a little bit of pepper in as well. Now, obviously salt and pepper is very important, because although it's a really quick dish, you want it to have packs lots of flavour into it as well, because obviously it doesn't have too much of a sauce, so that's what we need to do. Okay, so my onions have now softened, which is really nice, and we're going to put our onions in next, because obviously the onions are the next thing that are going to take longer to cook. You can see now that all my pasta's gone down into the saucepan. Now that means that obviously it's going to start cooking, but you might need to move it a little bit round now and again. My mum used to do a really funny technique when we were kids. When pasta was ready, you throw it at the wall or on here. If it's done, if it sticks, it's done. If it falls down, then it's not quite done yet. So it was a very good ingenious way of doing it, but I don't think we're going to be doing that today. Generally, this is packet pasta. I do generally make my own pasta, but because it's a quick fix today, we're doing packet pasta. That takes between 10 and 12 minutes to cook. So that's what I'm saying. This is quite a fast dish. It's not really a dish that's going to take a long time, because we've had a lot of meals out this week. So I was thinking, well, maybe we actually need to start eating in a little bit. So there's that. That's the lemon zest going in. And lovely this too. This will give a really nice flavour to the leeks and to the sauce. It doesn't take very long for the onions to fry off. So if it is starting to fry and you can see your onions going a bit burnt, then take it off the heat. As soon as you see that happening, take it off the heat. Or you can add in your lemon juice in a second, which will stop it from doing that as well. But you don't want too much. You need to test the lemon juice and see how much you actually want in it, because not everybody likes a big load of lemon juice in their mouth. Okay, so I'm going to get the garlic and thyme. Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to put in the garlic now. Like I said, the garlic goes in at the last minute. Because if you don't put the garlic in at the last minute, it will burn. And burnt garlic is like really bitter and horrible. I don't know what the craze is at the moment with all the restaurants, but they're doing burnt leeks and burnt onions. No, no thank you. I like my food nicely cooked. People are very strange what they like sometimes. Okay, so we're going to put a tiny bit of the lemon juice in. So maybe about a tablespoon of it. This also helps your leeks fry off a little bit without having to put a little bit more of the olive oil or rapeseed oil in. We're going to put a little bit more rapeseed oil just at the end, just to coat it all a little bit. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so I am just going to check on my pasta. Okay, so this is all done now. The pasta is now ready. If you taste it, you can choose what you like. I like it a little bit more al dente, which means hard to tooth, soft to tooth, which is an Italian saying. So that's what I'm going to have mine as. So I'm just going to drain it off, and then we will resume. Okay, so I've kept the heat on the one where the pasta's been, because what we're going to do is we're going to transfer it to the other pan in a second, with all the nice juices of the lemon in it and everything. Okay. So I'm going to put this over here. Actually, we could put it on this one. Let's turn that off, so if I can see a bit better. Okay, don't worry if a little bit of water gets in it, it's absolutely fine. Now, I am so bad at making pasta, I honestly think that I'm making it for like 12 people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab a little bit of a bowl. I'm going to put a little bit away for later. I'll think about that. So you'll probably need about 150 grams really, but if you're making it for about 4 people, then that's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to mix this all in. And I need that back again, because what this will do is it will help me mix into the pasta. Hey, Bellissimo, Gary? Yeah. Okay, so pop in your salmon. Okay, so we're going to do that. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of the, I'm going to just turn this down just a tiny bit. You want it on a lower heat rather than a higher heat. I've got an electric oven top, so when it actually cooks, mine cooks quite hot. Getting the balance is kind of hard, so I put mine on a lower heat. But it's whatever's best for you, really, to be honest. Okay, so just gonna mix that in. Yummy, yummy. Okay, so I'm adding the Parmesan cheese a little bit at a time. This will give it a tiny bit of structure with the sauce as well. So pop that in. Right, now we're going to add a tiny bit of rapeseed oil or olive oil, whatever you want to use. Okay. Pepper. I like lots of pepper, lots of seasoning. If you don't have lots of seasoning, what's the point? Okay, so mix it all in. Just going to put mine up just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to transfer it over here into one of my dishes. I'm going to put that last little bit in. Fantastic. That's what we like, hey Gary? Okay, so people were asking me why my name is Yanny. I did explain it in another post, but it hasn't gone as good as these ones. So, my name is actually Liana, but my whole family call me Yanny, and to be honest, it's kind of like just a nickname, so I really like using it. So this is why my name is Yanny. I love to cook. Cooking with Yanny. Hey presto. So so I know a lot of people wonder why I am called that. It's not I've just got really weird parents. It's just that they nickname me it. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there. A little bit more of the stir. Pasta. Don't know if it gets stuck a little bit. It's okay. Things do get stuck. It's quite normal in the world of cooking. Okay. So put the fish on the top. Obviously, if you are doing these for 4 people, you might need some more fish. Okay, because there's only 2 of us, but loads of pasta. So, okay, and that is that. Okay, and I'm just going to finish it off just a little bit. I love to have my herbs in the kitchen. I've always got a set of herbs around because fresh herbs are the best things to use in cooking. They give so much flavour, they give colour. It's not really any problem having jar ones. It is if you're using it as a base, it's a very good thing. But generally, I kind of like to use it as an emergency. If I really run out, then that's what I use. But let's put that on. Look, one more drizzle. And there you go. There is a Speedy salmon pasta. Ta-da! Okay, thank you very much, my coquettes, tonight. Okay, so if you like this video, please press like, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'm also on Facebook and now on Twitter. Thank you very much. Bye, coquettes!